Oh my gosh, man. These Xbox guys, bro. Y'all killing me. You really are. You're killing me. You guys is going crazy with this DX12 stuff. And the funny part is 99.999999825% of you guys have no clue what you're talking about, have no clue what you're reading. I've seen you guys read stuff on video and didn't understand a word you said. Like, you completely contradict everything you said in the previous 10 minutes of your video with the link that you read, and still don't understand it. See, you guys are in a fanboy daze where you are pretty much reading and comprehending what you want to read, what you want to hear. You guys are looking at the same articles as everyone else and getting a completely different interpretation from them. Period. And you need to accept that. DirectX 12 on the Xbox One. Will it make a difference? Absolutely. But is it going to make the difference that you guys are hyping up? No. And you guys are going to be severely disappointed. Like I said before, you already got Microsoft execs trying to lower your expectations because you niggas, I'm glad he did that, because yo, you guys are going nuts. It's like this nigga Spencer predicted how stupid Xbox fans are. He's like, well, you know, these dudes are kind of stupid. So let me just put this out there so it doesn't get too far out of hand, and it still got out of hand. He told you guys, don't expect miracles, but you guys are still over there thinking that the Xbox One with its DirectX 12 is about to start parting the Red Sea. It's like, what is wrong with you guys? It's going to help, yes, but it's not going to be a big difference. Now, here's where things get really funny. Let's just say that DirectX 12 comes out, all the Xbox One developers have access to it, right? Let's say that DirectX 12 actually did give a huge advantage to the Xbox One. Even if it had an advantage, do you think that these developers will even take advantage of that? And I guess you guys are probably like, oh, what are you talking about, Trey? Of course they would. If there's any advantage, the developers will take advantage of it. Oh, really? Is that why Spencer even said it will help the Xbox One if developers take advantage of it? Because he's seen how that kind of stuff happens. There will be things that more power or more resources available to these developers that they simply ignore. Case in point, the Wii U. The Wii U, more powerful than PlayStation 3 and 360, more RAM than the PlayStation 3 and 360, yet did these developers take advantage of that additional horsepower? Did they take advantage of that far better GPU? Did they take advantage of the more RAM? No, not really, save for a couple select multi-plat games. No, that wasn't true. And that's exactly what he's talking about. Just because that extra resource is there does not guarantee that these developers will take advantage of it. Especially considering that the Xbox One isn't in the same position as the 360 was. The PlayStation 4 is the market leader. They don't really care to take advantage of the Xbox One, really, especially for multiplats, unless Microsoft is going to be giving that money. Pretty much, because outside of that, it doesn't make economic sense for them to do so, to be honest. They're not going to spend, just like with the Wii U, if it doesn't make sense to them money-wise, they are not going to spend the extra time to take advantage of the system.
Now, you guys keep getting on this DirectX 12 bandwagon when in reality, the real thing that you guys should be trying to hype up in regards to the Xbox One over the PlayStation 4 would be the SRAM, because that's something that the PlayStation 4 doesn't have. And technically, if you want to be technical, if developers, which they not gonna unless it's probably like a exclusive, if they technically took advantage of the SRAM, just like with the Wii U's EDRAM or EDRAM, whatever, technically they could have far more textures than the PlayStation 4. It just takes a lot of work to do so. And as we've seen so far this generation, developers aren't really willing to do that. Simple. So unless the Xbox One magically becomes market leader, yeah, don't expect that to happen anytime soon. Now, back to DirectX 12. These Xbox guys hyping this stuff up because they think that this is going to give it an advantage over the PlayStation 4. But here's a little dose of reality for you guys. And I'll repeat it a couple times because it seems like niggas don't want to listen the first time. The same benefits that's going to come to the Xbox One with DirectX 12 are going to carry on to the PlayStation 4. Here, let me repeat that. The same benefits that's coming to Xbox One with DirectX 12 are going to carry over to PlayStation 4. All the stuff that you guys are hyping up that's going to change the game for Xbox One, all of those benefits are going to carry over to PlayStation 4 as well. And you guys are probably like, well, how is that? The PlayStation doesn't use DirectX. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't use DirectX, but it uses OpenGL, which is pretty much the freaking same. They use the same extensions. Anything that can run on DirectX can also run on OpenGL. But the funny part is, as history has shown us, OpenGL is actually less restrictive, actually has more extensions, is actually updated more frequently, and has access to lower level language over DirectX. So technically, OpenGL is actually better than DirectX, as history has shown. The reason why a lot of people prefer or people hype up DirectX is because that is the most popular, because that is the one that is actually taught in schools. However, any veteran developer out there knows how to code for both. Why? Because every system that's come out, every 3D system that's come out that isn't an Xbox has used a variation of OpenGL. PlayStations use a variation of OpenGL. Nintendo systems use a variation of OpenGL. So developers know how to code for both. And actually, if they're developers that's only made games for consoles, they probably actually have more experience with OpenGL than DirectX. So have that seat. Now, like I said before, these same features that you guys are hyping up for DirectX 12 on Xbox One are going to carry over to PlayStation 4. And then PlayStation 4, again, has a more powerful GPU. So it's, at the end of the day, the things that you're excited for, the improvements that you're excited for on Xbox One are going to come to PlayStation 4 when all is said and done. So you're pretty much hyping up the fact that game systems, APIs, development kits improve over time, but guess what? It's always been that way. calm down and have that damn seat, you retards.